This is ABC 7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Haley has the night off. Thanks so much for being with us. Well, the recently named number 2 ranked beach in the U.S. looked more like a landfill today following the holiday weekend. Several Siesta Key residents are now demanding answers from Sarasota County after picking up much of that trash themselves. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us live from Siesta Beach with more on how the county is addressing these complaints. Adam?
Well, Scott, I'm standing out here by one of the lifeguard stands, and these stands kind of turn into trash cans sometimes after a holiday weekend. Right where I'm standing, we got a beer can out here, another soda can, a styrofoam cup, just all the remnants of some of our more lazy visitors to the beaches. Now, this was the first Memorial Day weekend with the new public beach parking project totally done, and many of the residents here feel the larger crowds are creating a larger risk when it comes to the maintenance of this beach.
And of course, the infamous beer can. At least it's a can, it's not glass.
Randy Masrua takes a run or walk along Siesta Beach every morning, but Tuesday he felt more like a janitor than an islander.
Yeah, they left their receipt anyway. Riverview, Florida. So thanks a lot, Riverview, Florida.
Randy wasn't the only one picking up trash Tuesday. He says several morning walkers brought garbage bags along with them.
What makes you think after you get to park for free and enjoy our beach that somebody else should pick up your trash? It just makes no sense.
Near the water was just as bad. Some had to clear out bottles and wrappers before sitting down, while everything else was attracting curious wildlife.
People say they love our beaches, but there's no responsibility in taking care of them, and there's no recognizing the dignity of nature here.
Sarasota County, who runs Siesta Beach, says cleanup crews were doubled over the holiday weekend, but it wasn't enough to cover 22,000 visitors over 3 days. A big issue, trash cans that were moved from the middle of the beach to the walkways to improve pedestrian safety.
To have someone on a cart or a motorized vehicle trying to slalom their way through those crowds, it's just not safe.
Beaches manager Sean Yeager says a pilot program is in the works that will put trash bag dispensers at the lifeguard stations.
Our hope is that they'll take them and put their trash in and then again pack out what they're packing in.
The county also encourages beachgoers to hold each other accountable when you're out on the sand.
Now, Mote Marine Laboratory performed a sea turtle survey out here along Siesta Beach this morning, and the county says there were no immediate reports of any wildlife being harmed by the large crowds over the holiday weekend. Out here live on Siesta, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott, back to you in the studio.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. The city of Sarasota believes it's a disturbing trend. Agencies from other counties dumping the homeless here in Sarasota. And now the city says it has proof and is filing a formal complaint with the state. That complaint is against the Naples Psychiatric and Substance Abuse Center called The Willow. That center allegedly dumped one of its patients, Chad Stacy, against his will in Sarasota. He was left at the Salvation Army but was turned away because he's a registered sex offender. The city has suspected this dumping has been going on for quite some time and says it needs to end.
Finally, we've been able to verify it. We've actually caught what should be a respected agency literally red-handed doing dumping.
We reached out to the Willow, but representatives there declined to comment. At least 4 Manatee County churches have been broken into this past week, some facing up to $20,000 in losses. The latest burglary happening at Happy Gospel Church in Bradenton. Yesterday, the pastor, Bill Rayleigh, noticed the back door of the sanctuary was wide open. He found several speakers, a keyboard, and a digital soundboard gone. The thieves also ransacked offices and broke door frames. A similar burglary happened at the Whitfield area at Crosspoint Christian Church. That's where the robbers got in through a window and smashed a wall to get into the sanctuary and then steal audio equipment. Both church leaders are hoping to get the word out so this doesn't happen to other houses of worship.
We try to be a place for the community, and we're not going to allow this tragedy to rob that. We want to still reach out to the community and be open. It's just frustrating that you have to be, though, privy to the possibility of mischief.
It's sickening, but I mean, what are you going to do? Just love on them, I guess. And that's really the reason that we as a church are here, is to love on those that are hurting.
Crosspoint Christian Church has installed surveillance cameras. Happy Gospel plans to as well. If you have any information on who could have committed these crimes, call the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. Fire crews in Northport are monitoring what's left of a series of brush fires there. Around 15 different brush fires broke out between Charlotte and Sarasota County yesterday. Most of those fires likely caused by lightning strikes. They were around the Toledo Blade, Cranberry, Chamberlain areas. No structures were damaged, and most of the fires were fairly minor. They range in size from just 20 by 20 feet to about 2 to 3 acres. Firefighters are back in the area today, watching out for any hot spots. This old-fashioned fire pole, one of the many new features at a new fire station in Sarasota County. It is quicker than the stairs, we're told. That grand opening celebration held today for Fire Station 14. It's on South Tamiami Trail and will serve the Vamo and Osprey areas. The two-story building is a green facility and hurricane ready. It can withstand winds up to 150 miles an hour.
In the previous fire station, we had to evacuate just like everybody else, and now we're able to stay here and reach out to the community a lot quicker when a storm does happen.
This is one of 4 new county fire stations that are replacing outdated facilities. Looks really nice. And our weather for most of the day has been pretty nice, but some storms around the area right now. Let's get the latest on that from Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Yeah, Scott, you mentioned those fires as a result of lightning. This is a kind of time of year that the storms happen, and they produce lightning strikes out ahead of the rainfall, known as bolts from the blue. And a lot of times the rain doesn't go over the top of where that lightning hit, so the fires can start rather easily. And we don't have a lot of widespread rainfall either near the lightning strikes themselves. So again, that could be a possibility through this week, as we are expecting more isolated storms to develop along the sea breeze front and then try to make it back to the coast. Now, we had one storm near Lakewood Ranch just about an hour and a half ago. Pretty big, heavy rainmaker for a short period of time. That kind of blew up and then headed off to the west near Onico. Now just some light rainfall occurring there at this point. Some heavier showers down to our south, again near Bee Ridge Road and I-75. Tough driving conditions there. And I mentioned those lightning strikes. They can actually occur some 15 miles away from where the rain is occurring. So people on the beaches have to be aware of that. Well, much more on that and a possible tropical system developing coming up in just a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you so much. ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern joined us now. And Richard, the month of May now in the books on Wall Street. How did the numbers shake out for the month?
Well, Scott, believe it or not, all 3 indexes we follow finished higher, although I have to confess the numbers were so very, very small, they're not even worth mentioning. What I do want to mention, though, is that now with 5 months of the year in the book, numbers are still pretty small, but here's what they look like. The Standard & Poor's 500 index has the best performance, and in 5 months, it's up by 1.53%. Think of that. Almost nothing at all. The Dow also is higher for 5 months. How about 1.02%? The only loser for the first 5 months of the year is the NASDAQ, and it was down by less than 3%. So all in all, kind of a sideways move for 5 months. And if you remember February when things got pretty ugly, I guess right now we'll say take it and thank you. The Dow today was down by 149 points at the low. Pleased to say we didn't close anywhere close to that number. Let's take a look at the final figures. There you see a loss of 86 points, not quite 0.5%, closing at 17,787.13 on volume of 608 million shares. The NASDAQ, a loser most of the time, but a winner today, up 14.5 points, 0.3% at 4,948.06. That on volume of 1,648 million shares. And the only down arrow belongs to the S&P, down by a whopping 0.1%, just 2 points at 2,096.95. Well, as the weather heats up, guess what? Cold drinks become very popular, and Starbucks today, as they often do, has rolled out a whole series of new drinks for the summertime. The best one, I thought, was something called a Nitro Brew. For $3.95, you can get cold coffee infused with nitrogen and served through a beer tap. Scott, how does that sound to you? Also being available for the first time, a double shot on ice. That's a direct quote. A double shot on ice, chilled espresso, a dash of milk, and a bit of sugar. And coming soon to a Starbucks near you, something called a cold bar. It's been experimented with in Seattle and in San Francisco, has been very successful. And Starbucks, Scott, more often than not, does a lot of things right.
They sure do. They've had a lot of success, and anything chilled or cold in the summer sounds really good.
Exactly right.
Well, we start a new month tomorrow, Richard. What are you expecting?
Well, Scott, if history is any guide, the first trading day of the month is really very, very strong. So let's hope that history repeats itself.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, Richard.
You're welcome.
A big celebration tonight to honor the life and contributions of John Ringling. John Ringling was born on this day back in 1866. Tonight, the Ringling Museum of Art is celebrating what would have been his 150th birthday. There will be a champagne toast and light appetizers in the courtyard. Tickets are $40 each, and the proceeds will go to the Cottazon Preservation Fund.
It's a really great way to celebrate John Ringling's legacy. He gave so much to Sarasota. He really built this community, and we're so excited to celebrate all he's done.
The art galleries will not be open during this time, but the party starts at 5:30 tonight at the Ringling. Still to come in your Suncoast News, overflowing rivers and flooded streets, how the severe storms are affecting states from Texas to North Dakota, and some help for insomniacs, some natural things you can try to get some more sleep.
Didn't matter if you were in the industry for 30 years or it was your first day on the job, everyone had the same mentality, to put the customer before the commission. It's simple. We just market your home better.
ABC7's Pump Patrol, a list of the Suncoast's cheapest gas on mysuncoast.com.
You know what scares me? No electricity. Yeah, when this magical box suddenly stops working, I call the pros at Mr. Sparky and they send a superhero to save the day. How's it going, Pablo?
It's going great, Mike.
Pablo possesses amazing skill. He can perform incredible feats at blinding speed. Superhero!
Couldn't have done it without you.
Modest, too.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Just to be clear, I don't live here.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're taking a few moments to check out this video about the ministry of First Sarasota, Downtown Baptist Church. I'm William Hill, lead pastor here at First Sarasota. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to share in the life of this faith community, a community that centers itself around faith, friends, and family. Indeed, it is a ministry that's been in existence right here in this wonderful city for over a century.
Discover the biggest savings of the year on some of America's favorite vehicles during the Drive and Discover event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Drive away in America's hottest SUV, a new Jeep Cherokee for just $19,999. Get a new 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $14,999. Or shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers and get the lowest prices around. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Pomero Shop Furniture. After 66 years in Sarasota, we're still the leader in hard-to-find and custom-made furniture. We have literally thousands of fabrics and patterns to choose from, and our free in-home design consultation will help you create rooms in your home specific to your unique style. Our inventory changes daily, so come in today to see what's new. Plus, anything in our showroom can be part of your home the very next day. Pomero Shop Furniture, now with 3 locations.
Dangerous storms stretching from Texas to North Dakota had millions on alert. At least 6 people were killed and 2 are still missing after record rain flooded the Southwest and tornadoes tore across the plains. Swollen rivers are turning neighborhoods into islands. Nearly 20 inches of rain fell in parts of Texas, sending rivers over their banks, submerging homes, stranding cattle, and sparking evacuations in communities along the Brazos River, cresting at its highest point ever. In all, there were more than 75 damaging storm reports from Texas to the Dakotas.
This is worse than that 100-year flood we had.
I've never seen it this bad. Even back in 1994, it wasn't this bad.
And it's not just severe flooding wreaking havoc. At least 3 reported tornadoes barreled across the Colorado-Nebraska border, sparing a farmer's house but ripping a shed apart. The 2016 Atlanta hurricane season starts tomorrow, and it's expected to could be a busy one. We've already had 2 named storms this year. Officially, Hurricane Alex, which was back in January, and then most recently Tropic Storm Bonnie, which caused concern over the weekend. According to NOAA, there's a 70% chance we will see 10 to 16 named storms this year. Scientists predict 4 to 8 of those storms could become hurricanes, with 1 to 4 hurricanes becoming Category 3 or higher. President Obama today stressing how important it is to be ready.
Government plays a vital role, but it is every citizen's responsibility to be prepared for a disaster. And that means taking proactive steps like having an evacuation plan, having a fully stocked disaster supply kit. If your local authorities ask you to evacuate, you have to do it. Don't wait.
Hurricane season runs from June 1st through November 30th, and ABC 7 wants to make sure you and your family are prepared. We have an hour-long special that happens tomorrow night beginning at 7 p.m. Bob and others have been working really hard on this program, and it's going to be live. You're going to have a call-in bank for a panel of experts to help people with whatever questions they might have.
Yeah,
right?
we did it last year, and it was a success. A lot of people called in and got their questions answered by some of the experts. We'll have all the directors from the EOC here, too. So it's like I want to describe it as a community, looks like a hurricane seminar.
Right.
So you don't have to go to the one locally. We can just actually come here and tune it in ABC 7 and check it out and get a lot of valuable information there. We'll have all the experts from all the counties here, American Red Cross, and some folks from the National Weather Service will be on hand. So should be a really good event. Tune in at 7 o'clock. If you can't watch it, DVR it, and we'll be airing it throughout the hurricane season. And you know what? You talk about that 70% chance of having a fairly active season. Well, I'll tell you, more so, the Caribbean and the Gulf of Mexico appear that they will be more active this year than years past. And if that's the case, that puts Florida and the Gulf Coast region more at risk this particular year than the past several years. So again, we'll have to keep an eye on that, but no one can say for certain whether we're going to get hit, but all it takes is one storm to make it an active one. We had a storm earlier at Lakewood Ranch that produced some showers there. You saw that with the time lapse, and this was a great shot of the towering cumulonimbus looking east. Cindy Desmond getting this one from Clark Road and I-75, and Clark Road now getting some rainfall as a result of the sea breeze front moving inland. It produced a few light showers earlier this morning, and then that activity moved on to the east and then kind of got held up, and now it's moving back toward the coast, although not nearly as intense as it once was just about an hour ago or so. But we'll keep an eye on the storms. There's Clark Road, I-75, some rain falling now. We have had some rain at Heritage Oaks, stretching off toward the west now near Bee Ridge and just to the west of I-75. It's trying to get to the coast, although the good news is that it's weakening as it makes its way off to the west. We don't see nearly as much lightning with it. That's the same cell that produced up to possibly golf ball size hail in some remote areas in southwestern portions of Manatee County. Elsewhere down to our south, some showers there. We'll have to keep an eye on this. This has been very active moving to the southwest, so people in Parrish and also near Ruskin along I-75, this is going to be moving in that general direction. Very slow, heavy rain, possibility of lightning strikes, and some gusty winds and small hail. Hail being the biggest concern, I think, and the heavy rainfall. Well, and now we're looking at a redevelopment possibly of Bonnie. Bonnie, of course, brought up to 10 inches of rain into parts of South Carolina and now could be re-strengthening. We'll talk more about that in a bit. 88 degrees right now. We have a few clouds, and the dew point is at 69. Winds are out of the west at 9. The pressure fairly low at 29.91 inches, and 88 degrees now in Jacksonville. It's 91 in Orlando, 88 in Sarasota. Temperatures right near the water. It was a beautiful weekend over the near the water. I'll tell you what, temperatures in the low 80s there because the water temperature right around 83. 91, though, in Mayaca City. The winds will be relatively light because of high pressure, which is situated right over the top of us for the most part. And so that sea breeze will have a chance to work its way inland. It won't get a much push well inland, but we'll see showers and storms again developing as that breeze develops tomorrow afternoon. So look for a 30% chance for more of those showers and storms developing in the late afternoon hours. Well, nothing going on down here now, but a very reliable forecast model is suggesting that we may see a tropical low move out of here some early Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, and then track off into the eastern Gulf of Mexico. So that'll happen early next week. We'll have to monitor that very closely. I mentioned the system still trying to regenerate itself off the coast of the Carolinas tonight, so we may see another system form there. if it stays over the Gulf Stream and heads off to the northeast. Well, as far as boaters are concerned, here's a look at what's happening. East winds, this should read for tomorrow. We'll have a light chop again tomorrow, but look out for those afternoon and evening storms. Water temperature starting to warm up a little bit, but still pretty nice out there near the area beaches. A chance for those scattered afternoon and evening storms through Friday and Saturday at 30%. And then we start to monitor the tropics on Monday and Tuesday of next week for that tropical disturbance, which may be moving in our direction. More on that coming up a little bit later. Scott?
Okay, Bob, thank you. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. No crashes to report. We are seeing some backup on US 41 in Sarasota. That's right near Fruitville Road. As traffic heads home, people head home for dinner. In health news tonight, making the right lifestyle choices could prevent 30% of breast cancer cases in women at a certain kind of increased genetic risk. A model created by Johns Hopkins researchers found an average 30-year-old white woman has an 11% chance of developing breast cancer by the age of 80. But those who followed certain lifestyle factors could see the greatest risk reduction. Women who maintained a healthy weight, avoided smoking, limited alcohol, and did not use hormone therapy after menopause significantly cut their risk of developing breast cancer. And apparently many cancer cases can be prevented through lifestyle choices. The authors of a new study in the journal JAMA Oncology suggest that 20 to 40% of cancer cases and about 50% of all deaths from cancer might be prevented if we all did 4 things. Exercise regularly, maintain a healthy BMI, a body mass index, stay smoke-free, and drink in moderation. Broken down, exercise meant 75 minutes a week of high intensity or 150 minutes of moderate intensity, a BMI between 18.5 and 27.5, never smoking or being smoke-free for more than 5 years, and only 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. Not getting enough sleep can put us at greater risk of heart disease and cancer, yet more than 10% of people are chronically sleep deprived. And prescription sleep medications can be habit-forming and cause side effects. So here are some natural sleep aids. Cherries are high in melatonin, a compound that makes us sleepy. So you can try eating a cup as a snack before bed. Certain fish and sea creatures contain sleep-inducing tryptophan, including shrimp, cod, tuna, and halibut. You can also try lemon balm, sage, and chamomile tea. Good luck. Hope you sleep better tonight. Coming up, a new petition over the decision to kill a gorilla at the Cincinnati Zoo. Law enforcement may now step in. And a Pearl Harbor survivor takes the mound. The 92-year-old's impressive pitch. That's coming up.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, because Sarasota Ford guarantees you our lowest price on every new Ford every day. Save on America's best-selling truck, 39 years running, the Ford F-150. Fusions, Escapes, over 800 vehicles on-site or online, all on sale. Buy with 0% for 60 months. And now, get up to 2,000 trade assistance. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Need a mortgage? Compare and save. Trustco Bank offers a variety of low-cost mortgages that are right for you, with friendly personal service. That's made Trustco one of the area's top mortgage lenders. Visit TrustcoBank.com for details.
Your hometown bank, Trustco.
Equal housing lender.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Are you one of the millions of Americans suffering from chronic knee pain? Have you been told knee replacement surgery is your only option? Then call now to see if you qualify for a breakthrough, all-natural treatment for knee pain relief. By using an FDA-approved product that replenishes the lubricant in your joints, a cushioning layer is created, allowing you to move smoothly and pain-free. This treatment is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Call now and get your mobility back.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month, complimentary maintenance included, at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, there is fresh outrage directed at the Cincinnati Zoo and a 3-year-old boy's parents over the death of a gorilla. The boy climbed over a 3-foot barrier Saturday and plunged some 15 feet into the moat of the gorilla enclosure. Zoo officials made the difficult decision to put down Harambe, a 17-year-old endangered silverback gorilla, after he stood over and dragged the child for about 10 minutes. Animal rights groups are outraged, with one calling for the government to investigate, claiming the railing that separates the crowd from the exhibit is not up to par.
It's really very simple. If there was an adequate public barrier on the gorilla facility, we would not be standing here.
The exhibit is safe. We're inspected both by the USDA and the AZA, which is the Association of Zoos and Aquariums.
Boys' parents are taking heat online. A Change.org petition demanding they be held responsible for not supervising their child that now has more than 300,000 signatures. And prosecutors say they will consult with the police department to determine if criminal charges are warranted. Meantime, the Cincinnati Zoo now offering a cat's eye view of what it's like to be one of the fastest animals on the planet. Trainers strapped a GoPro camera on the back of Savannah, one of the zoo's cheetahs, and let the cat go. The video takes viewers on an incredible, albeit kind of nauseating ride. Savannah was hand-raised and seems totally fine with wearing that camera harness. That's fast. And check out this fantastic first pitch. A World War II vet threw out the ceremonial first pitch at a Memorial Day Seattle Mariners game. With lots of energy, 92-year-old Burke Waldron sprinted out to the field faster than most half his age, delivered a zinger from the mound to start the Padres-Mariners game. Waldron began his military service in 1943. He served at Pearl Harbor and retired from the military in 1946 as a petty officer, second class. I think he's got a lot of years ahead of him. Good pitch. Still to come in your Suncoast News, students being held back a year in school because of a state exam. Why some parents on the Suncoast say the system needs to change. Plus, a beast of a gator spotted on a Suncoast golf course. What the regulars have to say about the sighting. Next.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Sunset Fiat is Italian style. Sunset Fiat is fashion forward. Come see the all-new Fiat collection at Sunset Fiat with new 2015 Fiat 500s priced from $12,999. Sunset Fiat is cool and sexy with freedom to move and room to evolve. Visit Sunset Fiat in Sarasota or shop online at fiatusaofsarasota.com.
I see great fortune in your future, David.
It's Brian.
I see houses, boats, cars, millions of dollars. And you will marry a beautiful, exotic fortune teller.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
With a $10 million fortune scratch-off game from the Florida Lottery, the odds of a brighter future are better than ever. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. AndServices.com. AndServices.com.
Hurricane season is here, and once again, ABC7 is providing you vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast.
Hurricane season is here. We'll show you how to prepare, and we'll open up the My Suncoast helpline to answer your questions on putting together your readiness plan and survival kit.
Join the official Suncoast Storm Team for Surviving a Hurricane, a live presentation of ABC7, your Suncoast News, tomorrow at 7.
Did you know? When your dog stays at Canine Corral, the play is free? Contact Canine Corral today about boarding and daycare packages. Canine Corral, where the love is.
Pomero Shop Furniture. After 66 years in Sarasota, we're still the leader in hard-to-find and custom-made furniture. We have literally thousands of fabrics and patterns to choose from, and our free in-home design consultation will help you create rooms in your home specific to your unique style. Our inventory changes daily, so come in today to see what's new. Plus, anything in our showroom can be part of your home the very next day. Pomero Shop Furniture, now with 3 locations.